let's be very real. As long as the math all adds up, you can organize your budget in whatever way makes sense for you. It does not have to be the same every month or even every pay period or the same as anyone else. That's part of why we created this whole thing. But let's get into the paycheck for the first pay period of February, which for us is January 24th of 2025 to February 6th, 2025. And hi, Imbo.
I'm Win.
We're trying to pay off $68,000 worth of debt, save up a house, find financial stability for us and his 3 kids, and we're doing that one paycheck at a time, starting with this paycheck, because it always starts now. The future begins now. Okay, so we are, oh my goodness. We are basing this one off of the monthly budget that we set up yesterday and where'd it go? And the budget calendar here to make sure that everything is in its proper place. So, to start with inflow, let's get our handy dandy little post-it. I love these little post-its so much. Okay, so little post-it for the math because we do not share bank accounts. So the math has to add up individually as well as together. So his inflow. And then her inflow. Okay, so for his inflow, because the first of the month is always our first paycheck, that is always going to be the bigger paycheck. So we're going to go with his paycheck of $19.88. Oh goodness, I wrote 18. Good grief, Bo. Okay, so $19.88, and this is one slight downside to using erasable pens. They don't erase very well on colored Post-its for some reason. I don't know why that is. And then also during this pay period is going to be Wynn's savings account interest, which is on the 3rd. So that's going to be in this pay period. So that is, how much is that? Let us see. His interest is going to be the January 3rd interest, so that's $42. So 1988 plus 42 is 2030. So his separate inflow is 2030. And then mine is going to be, where's the month? So my inflow is going to be 1511 is the paycheck I'm going to use. And then savings, which I might pay this pay period, I might pay next pay period, but we're just going to budget it, and then whichever pay period I end up paying it in is what I end up paying it in, because sometimes like bills will only allow you to pay so early, and I have to pay for renter's insurance. So for my side, 1511 plus 333 is 1844. Okay, so that means for his paycheck on the actual pay sheet, woo,
You got this.
budget worksheet. Yes, I got it. It's fine. Okay, so his paycheck, 1988. Her paycheck, 1511. And I keep this Post-it every time because it helps organize it for the actual budget. And then other income is only going to be the 42 because that is his savings account interest. And from savings is just the 333. So we add that all up. So we have 1988 plus 1511 plus 42 plus 333 is 3874. So that is how much we are working with total. And then we are not investing this time, so we're not going to worry about that. But his spending. So we have in this time period, rent is going to be in this time period because that's on the 1st, so that's $13.50. And then kid bills, that is going to be the 1st of the month. So the 1st of the month we pay $103, and then every week it's $40. So 2 weeks of $40 is $80. So $183. And then internet is on the 5th. Yep. So that's going to be there, and that's $66. And is anything else going to happen during this pay period for him? No. Oh, no, forgot electric bill. So electric bill is going to be, let's double check how much that actually is. $146. And then we have adventure, which is $20, and miscellaneous. Adventure is the kids' allowance or like activity money, and miscellaneous is $50, and that is Wynn's pocket money. So let's add this all up, make sure it all works out. So $13.50 plus $183 plus $66 plus $146 plus 20 plus 50 is $18.15. And his total inflow is $20.30. So $20.30 minus $18.15 equals $215. So that is how much he can save this time. So for his priorities, we have his wedding fund is number 1. Kids is number 2. Number 3 is summer pay. And number 4 is gifts. So out of this $215,
all of it should go to wedding.
Oh, good grief. I wrote this one in the wrong place. Why didn't you tell me?
Sorry.
Okay. His wedding fund's number 1. So his wedding fund gets $441, and that is more than what he has to save. So the whole amount is going to go to the wedding fund. And we have to fund this quickly because we're getting married on Halloween. So like we need to start like paying for things now in all reality. Okay. So let's make sure this adds up. So $215 plus $18.15 is $20.30. So that works out. Next, we are going to go to my spending. So what do we have here? For my monthly bills, we have Netflix, YouTube, and Fabulous coming out. So Netflix is $26. Wait, no, that's YouTube. Netflix is $18. So $26 for YouTube, $18 for Netflix, plus $2 for Fabulous is $46. So my monthly bills is going to be $46. And then his debt is going to get $500 because that's half of what we budgeted for the month yesterday, if you recall. And then dining out is going to get $30. Hopefully we'll actually stay under that amount. Groceries in bulk will get $260. Transportation will get $60. Health will get $40, which is less than we've been putting in recently, but that is because we need to bulk up pet care this time. So home shopping is getting $30. And birthdays is getting $5. Clothing and shoes is getting $50. Pet care is getting, it's actually, so budgeted $80 for the month, but we're going to put all of that in right away. So $80 for pet care, because we really need to make the cats food, and we can't wait on that. And then personal and alpha is going to get $100. And if I didn't say, Alphaba is me matching what Wynn's two older kids put in their savings account. So it's not going to be the full amount every time. It's going to vary a lot. We shall see how that works. So let us see how the math. So we got 46 plus 500 plus 30 plus 260 plus 60 plus 40 plus 30 plus 5 plus 50 plus 80 plus 100 is 1201. And then we're going to subtract. So my total inflow, so 18. Oh, no, we're going to skip a step. So instead of going to her saving, we're going to go down to savings spent. So renter's insurance, I might not pay it this pay period. It just depends on how early the insurance company will let me pay. But we're budgeting $333 for that. Okay. So we have my total inflow. So 1844 minus 1201, which is my spending, minus 333, which is the savings spent, the renter's insurance. So that's 310. That means I have $310 to save. Okay. So my priorities are first Christmas, then insurance, then car maintenance, then school. So we have 310. We're going to start with 92 for Christmas, and we shall see how that goes. So 310 minus 92 is 218. Second priority is insurance, which should get 466, but all we have left is 218, so the whole 218 is going to go to insurance. And the amount will be different based on what cards I pull for Christmas, because I do a savings challenge for that, which is why the budget amount never matches the actual for Christmas. Okay, so 218, oh, good grief, 218 plus 92 is 310 plus 333 is 643 plus 1201 is 1844. So my math should all match. Okay, so
that's what this is really about?
Yes. Let's do the full amount. Okay, so 3874 minus 1815, which is his spending, is 2059. Minus 215, which is how much he's saving, is 1844. Minus 1201 is 643. And then minus the 310 I'm saving is 333. And that is all that's left. So 333 minus 333 is 0. So that is our zero-based budget, which of course means every dollar has a job. Not that our bank accounts are at 0. All these are whole numbers because we round. So the change slowly builds up throughout the year, and we reset it occasionally to bring that money back in the budget. But it feels really good to have a buffer and know that even if bills like vary wildly, we're not gonna like empty our bank accounts, because I absolutely hate overdraft fees. I think they're complete garbage. I think it's kind of a scam. But in order to avoid that, you got to be real careful. So, yeah, that's it.
Oh.
You good?
Yeah, it's always really nice to see when things change, but the flexibility of a budget still comes through, which is why budget beats broke every time.
And never forget that you deserve financial stability, and that includes being able to adjust your budget and roll with the punches when things come up so that you're not scrambling and overdrafting your account. Never forget, you deserve financial stability. Hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.